Hello everyone and welcome to Game 2 now in this series between MKP versus Polt. Game 2 taking place here on Cloud Kingdom. Let's go ahead and get this game started. Polt spawning on the top right hand side of the map as the blue Terran player. Meanwhile, MKP spawning on the bottom left hand side of the map as the red Terran. Terran versus Terran, and we did see in Game 1 that both of these players are willing to do some unusual tactics. Game 1 showing both players went for that proxy barracks with Marauders, the Marauders and concussive shells, and essentially turned into a base race. But Polt a little bit behind, and then that just turned into a really big economic lead for MKP. MKP looking to set up a supply depot back over here. He's not going to have any problems. Meanwhile, we are getting a little bit of an early SCV scout this time around, and Polt may be trying to do the same strategy once more. If he's able to perhaps hide the barracks off here, that would be a rather ideal location, or perhaps even hide it down here, and then you can actually lift it up and perhaps land the barracks straight up inside the base along this top edge. If you're able to do that, the Marauders don't even have to worry about a front door at all, as we are seeing a refinery first come in, and here in comes that barracks. SCV now scouting around is not going to scout out this proxy barracks location, as the SCV needs to figure out what is going down. As soon as this SCV figures out that there is no barracks inside the base, nope, he is going for his own proxy barracks, and it is actually a little bit later. Alright, so not 100% sure what he's trying to do. Perhaps going to be utilizing Reapers. Reapers are much more effective against the SCV since they deal bonus damage to light. And that would explain why he got the refinery up faster, as he wants more gas early on. Reapers are much more gas intensive, but it is going to be a significant delay, and I don't know if MKP is going to be able to hold off this aggression of Marauders coming in from Polt. The walking distance is going to be key, as the Reapers will simply be able to jump up onto the high ground. Not quite sure why it wasn't built straight up right here, though. Perhaps you wanted to build it out of the way, but that may be a little bit too far out of the way, as we are going into this factory now. SCV going to come in along, see the gases being established, doesn't see anything off over here. We are going into Reactor Hellions. Alright, so Reactor Hellions, not a strategy that you normally see, and will Polt be able to defend this is the question. Polt is not establishing a bunker anywhere, and we are going to be getting our first Marauder finally, but he is going to be having to go up against double Hellions, and in a Hellion versus Marauder fight, it's pretty even because both sides don't really deal that much damage to each other. Barracks will be lifting off here in just a moment. The Marauder now taking down this supply depot, and oh, this could be key. Losing this supply depot is going to hurt tremendously, as he will be supply blocked and unable to train up any Hellions. Hellions are now being added. Right now we are 23 over 35. This supply depot will fall, and as soon as this supply depot falls, he will be at 23 over 27. 25 over 27. We are now going into a starport. What is this? Building everywhere except your base, as the SCVs are now looking to try and engage. Marauders now coming back around. There is still one SCV off over here. Both sides are healing. The Marauders trying to deal some damage to those SCVs. SCVs, where are they going to go? Once again, running away, as the Hellions are now going to be making their way inside this base. Two Hellions now coming in, and the Hellions are going to deal a lot more damage to these SCVs than those Marauders are going to be able to do, as SCVs are falling. Let's take a look at the Workers Kill tab, 2 to 1 now, as the Hellions pretty much splash damage and really taking a toll on this army. Are we going to be going into a tech lab? Yes, we are going into a tech lab, and the Marauders are going to have a serious problem now, as it is 8 kills versus 6. The Marauders going after SCVs very, very quickly, but more importantly, MKP still has enough for one Banshee. All of these SCVs will get taken down here. Orbital Command should be lifting off in just a moment. There it goes. And now we are going into some Marines. The Marauders trying to take down these SCVs. Are the SCVs going to be able to get away is the key question. We can see a factory being built off over here, perhaps trying to get up into a starport for one Viking. That one Viking could make the difference between victory and defeat. But then again, these 3 supply depots, as they fall, may be just enough as well, as he's not going to be able to build up any more units. He is now upside down on supply, 12 over 11, no more units. as we see the Marauders are going to try to and destroy this orbital command. Are there any workers left on the field? No, one worker left for each side, as the Marauders don't see this. This one refinery is going to get taken down. One Banshee now on the move, as the Marauders making their way back over. There is Marines off over here, a bunker being placed down, supply depot getting added, a starport now being placed down, and with that starport down, that is not going to be enough gas at all. Not enough gas, as the Banshee is going to find all of this, and this could be a huge play. More Marines now need to be added. The more Marines are being trained, but is it going to be too little, too late, as the Banshee is going to be able to get in some easy kills, or perhaps take down some of the Marauders, or even take down some of these buildings here. The Marauders now going to be taking some damage. The factory being very smart, purposely flying overhead, as this Banshee looks to see where it can go. Factory is taking some damage. Where is this Banshee going to go? That is the key question. You can see Hellions now torching this tech lab. Are we going to perhaps see a Viking? No one has enough gas for a Viking, and I think if MKP actually just built a refinery and got up a Viking, that would be GG. Nowhere to run in terms of air or ground, as we now see so many buildings are just trying to land absolutely perfectly. Alright, the factory is taking a bit of damage there. Hellions are not going to be able to do any sort of run-by anymore, as more Marines are being trained. One SCV still wandering around here. Are we adding any more units? Production tab shows just SCV and Marines. The Marines now being trained off of that reactor, very helpful, as the Polt is unable to land. Orbital command unable to land right now. The Banshee could just be getting some easy shots off on this barracks. The barracks cannot lift up. If it lifts up, it will actually... Oh, in comes the mules. The mules may get taken down very quickly. One mule already down. A second mule may get taken down, and this is going to hurt, as so far Polt is unable to really do anything at all. The Marines need to get over there, but the Marines are not going to be able to really shoot down that Banshee all too easily. The Banshee pretty much in range, going to be able to do a lot of damage here, as the Banshee now trying to kite away. 2 shots from the Banshee will take down the Marine, as the orbital command lifts up once more. Banshee now looking to get off more shots. Marines now trying to make their way over. The Marines unable to really get off any shots there. We've all seen this. We've all practiced this. The Banshee with the range of 6 and a slightly faster movement speed against the range of 5 Marines. 2 shots from the Banshee will finish them off, and we'll see, oh, a little bit of damage being dealt there. The Banshee, is it going to be enough to finish off all of those units? The Marines still battling it up and playing and microwaving back and forth. The Banshee now down to 38 hit points. Has to be careful, and you got to remember that you have to compare the dot underneath the Banshee compared to the relative position of the Marines in order to see who can get off that shot there. Oh, more damage being dealt still. Another shot there. Another Marine down. The Banshee looks like it will win out on this war, as a new, fresh Marine finally makes its way over. Another SCV taken down here. And Polt at 39 supply compared to 114. And still trying to engage even further. Another Marine falls. One more Marine is all that is left. There it goes. And this one Banshee at 18 hit points. Oh, the mule is repairing. Beautiful play by MKP, actually having a mule on the other side to repair this one Banshee. The Banshee at 30 hit points now, 33 hit points, will be able to take 6 shots before it dies. And that was just enough, as the Hellions are still outside up front. Alright, Banshee limiting Polt here, and that mule play may have done it, as the factory is still flying around, doesn't see that there is an expansion right off over here. 43 over 43, mass Marines. Banshee now down to 3 hit points. Hellions going to make their way forward, just line themselves up, take down that bunker, and that is going to be GG, as the Marauders, not going to be enough. Polt loses game 2 in this series to MKP's furious micro and crazy antics. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.